going on, guys? Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Thanks for hanging out with me. And you're here because the world is not what they told you it is. Anyway, let's start off with this. I thought this was crazy. You know, RFK Jr., he's 69 years old, very fit dude. He's running for president. And you have to be fit like this when the CIA has killed your whole family. Anyway, check this out. Who else would like to see Joe Biden pick up a rattlesnake? I'd like to see that. So anyway, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs parade where there was a shooting. Now, as soon as the news broke, mass shooting, white supremacists, AR-15, they immediately hit the news. I'm just kidding. They didn't say that, but they did say mass shooting. They're upset it was not a white supremacist with an AR-15. But besides the point, one person died in, I think, up to 21, they say now. The count changes, including 11 children have been wounded. Okay, so again, they were calling it a mass shooting, and obviously anytime they get a chance to push gun control, they're going to do that, and it was no different today. But let me kind of show you here. Kansas City mayor on tolls of shooting. That's what happens with guns. Ask how a shooting could take place in an event with more than 800 law enforcement officers and tight security because of guns, right? And then we have March for Our Lives says there's something depressingly American about experiencing a mass shooting at a Super Bowl celebration on the anniversary of another mass shooting. Now, CNN, they said they have recovered the firearms. And this is the police there. So they recovered the firearms. They don't have a number for you, and they don't have the caliber. Why are they not going to say that? Because they're going to try to push for assault weapons ban with this, right? They're going to be tomorrow morning. You're going to hear Kamala Harris. You're going to hear Joe Biden talking about we have to take away assault weapons. But they were using pistols. Okay, I've got video footage here. I'm going to show you a few different things. But here we go. I'm going to show you a couple. One is a guy went and tackled one of the perpetrators. Paul Contreras is seen tackling. Now, police are on the other side down there with one of the suspects. The other one runs, and they're just sitting there. They're not even trying to help. Watch this. Now, the police saw him run that way, and they're just standing down there. They had to go flag down police officers on the other side. So I looked at every media site, and none of them are showing the perpetrators. Can you guess why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative that they're going to spill. Here you go. Here's some of them being arrested at the moment.
No way, bro.
No, we tackled him.
We tackled him. Yeah.
When we tackled him, the gun came out. You're good. Who's the other guy? Back up. Hey, I got the gun. Hey, I got the gun. You filming this?
Yeah.
Who was the other guy that helped me?
I don't know. I think he took off already.
So again, they're not showing these suspects on mainstream media. This is all came from social media. People out there, and the guy you heard talking about tackling, that was Paul Contreras. But they're not showing these individuals because they want it to seem like it's a mass shooting. Obviously, this is some kind of beef that happened between these folks, and they began shooting each other because people don't fight anymore. They just shoot. You know, you're toxic masculinity if you want to beat someone up or tell somebody off. This is toxic, right? But shooting is okay. Anyway, it's not okay. But that's the thing, and they're going to try to use this. They're going to try to spin over the next few days. You're going to see it, right? But again, Paul Contreras, good citizen, went and tackled him. Dude had a gun, and if you saw the gun went next to the barrier, like he tackled the dude with a gun. So anyway, let's talk about the big news tonight. National security threat. The U.S. has, now this is what's coming from the White House. New intelligence on Russian military capabilities related to its efforts to deploy a nuclear anti-satellite system in space, according to multiple sources. And the intelligence was briefed to Congress and key U.S. allies. Some lawmakers say it's serious enough that it should be declassified and made public. Because why do you think they want to sway public opinion? Why else would they want to do it? They want to sway public opinion. They're talking about it at the White House today.
Threat. The lack of your ability to say anything has the potential to raise distress for some Americans. In the simplest of terms, can you tell Americans that there's nothing they have to worry about right now in terms of what he describes as a national security threat?
Look, I think in a way that question it is impossible to answer with a straight yes, right? Because Americans understand that there are a range of threats and challenges in the world that we're dealing with every single day. And those threats and challenges range from terrorism to state actors. And we have to contend with them, and we have to contend with them in a way where we ensure the ultimate security of the American people. I am confident that President Biden, in the decisions that he is taking, is going to ensure the security of the American people going forward. And I will stand here at this podium and assert that, look you in the eye with confidence, that we believe that we can and will and are protecting the national security of the United States and the American.
How come that just doesn't seem that just does not sound that convincing to me? But anyway, what they're saying is this is an anti-satellite weapon that's placed in orbit, and it would go around the Earth and basically damage U.S. nuclear command and control satellite. Now that's scary. Like if this is true, which I don't think it is, that is scary. And the fact is we don't have technology to defend that from freaking 20 years ago is crazy. Didn't Trump make the Space Force? I don't understand what they're even doing. But the U.S. relies on these satellites. They're essential for control over our nuclear arsenal. I mean, you would think we would have some kind of like protection in place, some fail safe. I'm just an idiot, but I think I would at least think we need that. So the U.S. has said that they would react very forcefully, quote unquote, to an attack of its nuclear command and control satellites. Well, really, could you? I mean, they cut yours off and then they nuke you, and life as you know has ceased to exist. Within a few hours, though, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, Republican, he said that there is no cause for alarm, and he said he's known about this since January, that this is not anything new, but the Democrats are stirring it up today. Could it be because Joe Biden on Tuesday called for House Republicans to bring the $95 billion aid package for Ukraine and Israel to vote? He said refusing the bill would be supporting Putin. He raised his voice in this video. He's like, "Brr," and basically saying that we can't walk away. That's what Putin is betting on. Well, Putin actually, I don't know if you guys know this, Putin just endorsed Joe Biden for president. He did. Google it. I'm not lying. He said Joe Biden is predictable and he would prefer to have that. Now, so the Senate passed the $95 billion aid package. So isn't it funny that apparently they knew about these things, but because they're talking about shutting down this $95 billion package, now all of a sudden we're going to fight Russia in space. Come on. The other key indicator to this was, why was it that CNN was leaked this information first? This national security threat was leaked to CNN first. It doesn't make sense. Even Don Jr. called it out. Does anyone really believe that there's a serious Russian threat that magically leaks about 30 seconds after the speaker said they're not going to take up funding over another $60 billion in Ukraine? Is anyone stupid enough to buy this at the point textbook deep state propaganda? Look, we know all these dirt bags are in the pockets of military industrial complex. They have stocks in it. You can go look. You can go, I don't know if you know this, you can look at what every politic, now they have a 30-day buffer. So you see what they invested in 30 days previously. But if you go look at all the big names, they're all invested in military industrial complex. Halliburton, all these folks. They're making money. Of course they want to aid. Why do you think we've been at war forever whenever we had a 20-year war that should never have taken place? Iraq should have never taken place, but because they wanted that money, they passed it like hey, dude, just go invest in this stock. We can pass these bills. We're going to get rich. We're going to retire. How does someone go on in there getting a $100,000 a year job, they come out as a millionaire after 4 years? You know, it doesn't make sense. 2 + 2 = 4. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I think it's a hoax. I think it's BS. Because if it were that, first off, I said we need to have a fail-safe. We probably don't, because we're doing nothing but diversity hiring everywhere. The country's going to collapse. DEI is rampant. They don't get the best man for the job, right? The best man for the job can come from any race, creed, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it needs to be the best man for the job. Not because this person sleeps with this person. That's not it, right? I mean, Kamala Harris slept her way to the White House. But we have to stop this nonsense. Like, someone has to get in there and stop this. Stop it. Anyway, I want to go back to something real quick, because this popped up. And I spoke about this individual the other day. You recognize her, Marina Abramovic? She's a witch. Now, you're going to find something very compelling I'm about to show you. This is with Usher. Now, Usher was made to wear a skirt the other day. I don't know if you saw that. You know, some people say that you have to do these, you know, embarrassing rituals to join. Well, he had to do this photo shoot in a skirt, literally. You know, Usher's always been suspect to me. He hung out with Diddy. And if you watch anything Cat Williams has said, it's, you know. You also know that the other day I showed you that Jay-Z, and these are very influential people. People call them CIA assets, right? Well, she's very close to Jay-Z and Beyonce. And also, Taylor Swift. Hey, you probably would have guessed that one. But this is the more crazy thing. I'm going to show another gentleman's YouTube channel where he talks about this. Check it out.
What you feel in your spirit, because it's like, you know, you think, okay, maybe there's some bias there, maybe I'm overthinking it. No, Zelensky asked Marina, let me see, make sure I said her name right, Abramovic. Is that how you say it? Let me see. Abramovic. All right. Anyways, I've talked about this witch many times before. He has asked her to be the ambassador for Ukraine to build the schools and teach the children. Let's read this. Vladimir, is that how you say his name? Zelensky has asked Marina, the performance artist, to be an ambassador for Ukraine. She's a fierce critic of Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion, said the Ukrainian president, and has asked her for help in rebuilding the schools. The 76-year-old Serbian is holding her first solo exhibition in the UK and is the first female artist to have a major show in the main galleries of the Royal Academy of Arts in London. Visitors to the exhibition must squeeze between two nude models to enter the show. What is with these?
How come, like, I was thinking about this earlier. Every time you turn around, they're like these people that should not be connected at this level. they're connected to Satanists and pedos. Every time there's a connection. Like they used to call you a conspiracy theorist for even breathing these things. But every time you turn around, Vladimir Zelensky is connected to this chick. Jay-Z. I mean, what? That's why I told you everything at the beginning of this video. Everything that you've been told about the world is not what it is. Okay. Everything you learn is not what it is. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share this information because I thought it was critical. Let me know. Legit threat, hoax in the comments. Anyhow, guys, we're going to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.